All right, welcome to this week's in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone, and if you're just now joining us, we want to welcome you. If you've never been on this or watched the show before, we're glad you're with us. So we take a moment every week to specialize and talk to a special school, and this week is Hollywood Elementary School, which I hear you guys just call Hollywood School.
Yes.
It is pre-K through 8.
That's correct.
Okay. And you said 175 students?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot of students.
Yes.
I mean, it's not as many as it could be, but it's definitely a lot. So, and so your name, let me introduce you. You're Mr. Wilborn, correct? Mr. Michael Wilborn, and he is the principal of Hollywood School. So I want to say welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us.
Great. All right. So tell us a little bit about your background. You're the principal.
I am.
And so how long you been principal?
This is my 5th year at Hollywood. I graduated from Sylvania High School in 1994, went and to Northeast Community College at night, and then as I'd go through, I'd go to work every morning, work 7 to 5 every day, and then get off work and go get my degree, and transferred to Jacksonville State University, got a degree in biology and health, and from there got a job teaching at Pisgah High School to begin with, and then decided that I was going to go back and get a master's degree in administration. Well, at that time, you couldn't get a master's degree in administration until you had 3 years teaching experience, and I decided, well, if I'm going to get a master's, I better do it now. So I stayed in and got a master's degree in biology, and then went back and got an add-on in educational administration. Taught at Pisgah for 7 years. I transferred to Ider for 1 year, where I was the varsity girls basketball coach there. Then I went to North Sun Mountain for 5 years as half-day assistant principal. I left North Sun Mountain and went to Section as a full-day assistant principal and the girls basketball coach there. And then I got hired at Hollywood and been there this is my 5th year.
Wow, so that's a lot. I mean, you've been teaching, you said 19 years.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
That's a lot of years. Wow, that sounds great. So, what's your favorite part about being a principal?
I would say seeing the children's lives be changed. When I came to Hollywood, that was my goal and of course anybody that knows me knows that I'm super competitive, so I want to be the best at everything that we do, whether it's academics or athletics or whatever, and I have this mentality that the best way to be the best is sometimes you just got to do it yourself, and often overload my own wagon because I decide that I want it done right and do the things the way that I think they should have been done so we can be successful. When I coached at Pisgah, we won 7 state championships while I was there in the 7 years that I was there, so winning is a big thing to me. And of course, when you talk to some of these other ladies here in a few minutes, they'll probably talk about my competitive nature, and if doesn't matter if we break out a game of jacks here in the floor, I want to win, and that's just something that drives me is competition.
Do you think were you that way when you were younger?
Not as bad. As a matter of fact, when I went into college, I went in and majored in pharmacy. I was going to be a pharmacist. I got accepted to the University of Auburn to go to pharmacy school, and just did a lot of praying about that and felt like that's not the direction the Lord wanted me to go, and then I ended up in education where I could change people's lives.
Well, good. Well, that's a lot. So, what did you teach? You used to teach history?
No, I was a biology and health teacher.
Science.
Yes.
Science. Ooh,
Yes.
Science. No. Okay, sounds good. All right, so let's talk about some of your programs that you have going on. So we have several of the people that are going to come in, but we were talking beforehand that you guys, in the spring, all of your classes are going to take a field trip?
Yes.
And so tell me about that. What do they do?
Well, one thing that we figured out when we came to Hollywood, and any small school that's in our county, is funds are very hard to come by. We live in a very low-income community, and everything that we do in our community and in our school, we try to raise the money so that it's not a hassle for the parents.
Right.
We like to give back to the community. We like to keep the community involved. We do a lot of community involvement things, such as our community kickball game that we do every year in the spring, and we get the children to come in, and we play the 7th and 8th grade. The faculty will split up and play the 7th and 8th grade, in which they say every year, this is the year they're going to beat us, and they've never been able to do that.
They don't beat you?
No, they've never been able to do that.
And they admit they don't beat you?
Well, they always say that we've cheated, and every year it's we've done something, and you'll talk to some of our students.
We do a
here.
dodgeball one where, yeah.
So you'll talk to one of our students in a minute, and he claims that he gets cheated every year, but they just can't face that we're better than them.
Oh, well, probably age, right?
Well, being competitive, and I'm the pitcher for both teams, so there might be sometimes that it's a little tweaked one way or the other,
More practice. Okay, and then the kids are going to go on a field trip, and you said each teacher gets to choose where they go on a field trip. What are some of the places they normally go?
They've been to Russell Cave, they've been to the Space and Rocket Center, they've been to the aquarium, and what we try to do is have a candle fundraising sale. And this year what we want to do is for each class, and it's funny how kids are nowadays, it's more of a mentality of what's in this for me. So the kids get to go out and they can raise their own money, and whatever they raise in their classroom they get to keep in their classroom. And of course if they have excess funds they can buy things for their classroom.
Well, that's good.
And that's, of course, it's a me society. What can you do for me?
It is.
You've got to figure out a way to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, well, that's true. All right. Well, and I can see where that would help the kids, because otherwise they might think, well, I don't get to see any of it, or if I'm not going on the field trip, what do I care?
Right.
So it'll be, like you said, more competitive per actually each grade level.
Right.
Or each class. So, okay, and then the candle, it's a form, you said.
Yes.
And they're going to bring the form home and then order?
Yes.
Okay.
Sell as many as they can and then bring it back, and we'll order them in about 2 weeks. We've got a lady that makes them for us.
Okay. Oh, they're homemade?
Yes, it's local.
Oh,
Yes, sure is.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Which
All
also
right.
helps the community.
You're right, it does. Okay, so you just finished basketball.
Yes.
So how did basketball go?
Well, I'm the junior high girls and boys basketball coach, as well as the principal of the school.
By the way, he has no life. I've decided. I don't know the man very well. He's no life. So
I also coach the 3rd through the 6th grade rec ball teams. I'm a pastor of Macklin Baptist Church in Rosalie, Alabama, which our church was hit by a tornado back in November 2016. We're in the process of rebuilding the church now. Matter of fact, we're supposed to pour the pad this past week, but it was too cold to do so. So we're in the process of doing that. We have, like I said, around about 200 on Sunday morning, and got all these basketball teams going. I'm a husband. I've been married for 17 years. I've got 2 children, a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old.
they're out in the audience.
Yes, and they both play basketball, and they keep me busy. I mean, I don't have much time for anything.
No.
If I go home and have a night off, I think something's wrong. I forgot something's not right.
I would think so. That's a lot to do. So the regular team just finished. You guys both the girl and the boy made it to semifinals.
Yes, our junior high boys and girls both made it to the semifinals this year. Our girls, I would call it an upset that we got beat in the semifinals. We had already beaten that team twice this year, and of course had some girls that were sick and just getting over the flu, and about the middle of the 3rd quarter they just ran out of gas, and we wasn't able to finish that game. Blew a 10-point lead in the 4th quarter and got eliminated. The boys team, we drew in the bracket with Macedonia, which Macedonia had an unreal boys basketball team this year, probably one of the best junior high teams that's ever came through the county, and they eliminated us in the semifinals.
So you said the scores were, the stats were, girls were 12-4 at the end of the season.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Right.
I mean, that's really pretty good. And the boys were 9-7.
Right.
It's not
And
bad.
of course, I've coached those girls up. They were the first group that I got in rec ball, and of course, I've continued to coach rec ball ever since. My youngest daughter's a 4th grader this year, so I've continued to coach them every year. Our rec ball program, our girls are 127-2 in the last 4 years,
Wow.
and we have a lot of talented girls coming, and a lot of girls that really love the game, and it's a lot of fun. Everybody talks about coaching varsity is hard. Coaching varsity is very easy compared to coaching 3rd grade girls. If you want to challenge,
So?
go
What
out.
makes a difference?
They don't know how to dribble. They don't know how to pass. They don't know when to pass. They don't understand any facet of the game that's going on. And I mean, that's a challenge, but it's so rewarding at the end of the year to know that you've got that kid that came and couldn't dribble at all, and now she can dribble between her legs at the end of the year. I mean, it's real rewarding.
That was my problem in basketball. Was I was so excited to get the ball down the court, I forgot to dribble. So I was always called on carrying. Well, it sounds like you got a lot going on. And then there's also your rec ball, which you're currently still in.
Yes.
And the rec ball, you said, goes from 3rd to 6th grade?
Yes.
Okay, how many students do you have in that?
We only have 18 girls. That's where we're unique.
Okay.
For 4 different teams, we have 18 girls, which means you can only play 2 ball games per day. That's the league rule. And so we have to move kids up just to be able to fill teams. And, of course, it would be easy to say, well, we don't have enough to have that team. And a lot of teams do that because they don't want to be put in a situation where they're going to get beat because they're playing with younger kids.
Right.
But the way we look at it is that's an additional challenge, additional opportunity for the students to get better. And like I said, we're 127-2 in the last 4 years. So, I mean, you get them in there, and kids are going to do what you expect them to do.
Right.
They're going to achieve what you expect them to achieve, and you just set the expectations high. And when I got to Hollywood, that was something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to raise the bar. I wanted to make sure that we were in top in the county in academics. We were top in the county in athletics. And like I said, my competitive nature, I can't stand to go to a principal's meeting and for them to brag on another principal and say that their school's better than mine. That's something that I can't stand. But at the same time, we've got a unique situation in Jackson County because we are competitive like that.
Right.
But yet, if you need me, I'll help you. You know, I may not tell you all my secrets, but I'll help you. I'll help you get to where you want to get, and I think that's the unique thing of the relationship.
So you play fair.
Yes.
Play fair. Well, I hate to admit this because you're in Georgia territory, but you have an Alabama, tie on. We won't talk about that, but maybe that's your competitive spirit.
My wife asked me this morning if I was going to wear that, and I said, why wouldn't I? She said, you realize you're going across the state line to do this. And
not sure why somebody let you in the door here, but
I said, well, there's smart people in Georgia also. They like Alabama too, so.
Hey, actually, we all like Georgia, I guess. We're from Georgia. You're supposed to like Georgia. Actually, at my school, there's probably half and half. I mean, I guess Tennessee has a little bit less than Georgia and Alabama, but there's usually a good competition going on. Right. So,
and of course, we tried to get Mr. Dukes, our superintendent, to delay school this morning because we knew all the Alabama fans would be up late, but he wouldn't do that. And then I was scheduled to come here this afternoon, so I thought, boy, this could be a struggle.
It's going to be hard. I've had some students like, I'm so very tired. I can't do this anymore. So, well, thanks for coming on the show. Is there anything I missed that we need to talk about? I don't think so. We're good.
No, we're good.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, and I wish you guys the best of luck in your rec ball and everything. So, and try to take it slow a little bit. Have a few more nights doing nothing.
I really believe if you slow down, you'll die. So the best thing to do is stay active.
You won't, I promise. I promise. So, all right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Innovation and quality. Two things you don't normally hear about in a recruitment ad, but you'll hear a lot about innovation and quality when you join the team at Vanguard National Trailer. Vanguard is an industry leader in the production of dry van trailers and composite plate trailers.
And right now, Vanguard National Trailer is hiring energetic and hardworking team members to be assemblers and welders, as well as industrial maintenance for first shift openings.
And you'll work a full 40-hour week in 4 days, which means 3-day weekends. And overtime is available. Working at Vanguard National Trailer has other great benefits too, like paid holidays, paid vacation, medical, dental, vision, and life insurance, plus a 401k plan.
Full-time work, 3-day weekends, available overtime, and great benefits. That's Vanguard National Trailer.
Fill out your application today. Vanguard National Trailer is an equal opportunity employer.
Apply in person today. Starting pay $10 to $14 an hour, depending on position. Vanguard National Trailer Corporation, Highway 11 North, turn beside the Primary Healthcare Center on Vanguard Drive.
Tennessee Valley Net, your local provider of fiber optic high-speed internet. TV with over 200 digital channels available. And phone service with lots of extras. Fiber optics from TVN is expanding to many areas. Call and see if TVN is available in your area. 706-657-4367. Or log on at tvn.net today. Bundle and save on fiber optic high-speed internet, digital TV, and phone service. All from Tennessee Valley Net. 706-657-4367. Online at tvn.net. A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main offices on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. It's back for a limited time. Guthrie's Buy 4, Get 1 More deal. Come on into Guthrie's in Trenton and Ringgold and get your punch card and start saving. It's really easy. Buy 4 meals at the regular price and get the 5th meal free. It's the Buy 4, Get 1 More deal now at Guthrie's. And be sure to get by Guthrie's for your after-school snack box now available. Guthrie's, home of the golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. And remember, Guthrie's is your Super Bowl party headquarters for wings and fingers. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton and just off Alabama Highway in Ringgold.
Thank you for joining us, America. Joseph is in Florence, Alabama. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Joseph. Thanks for joining us, America. Samantha's with us in Seattle. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Samantha. Angie's with us in Baltimore. Hi, Angie. How are you? Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you're here. Allie is with us in Austin, Texas. Hey, Allie. How are you?
The radio home of the Dave Ramsey Show. Weekday afternoons at 1 o'clock Eastern on 1420 AM and 106.1 FM KWN.
Just two big old boys, full of biscuits and charm. Beats all you ever saw, been a making us laugh, ain't doing no harm. Making us laugh, the only way they know how. That's just a little more fun than the law should allow.
If you picture Rick and Bubba University as a campus, we have students graduating cap and gown with their degree in common sense.
I thought this was the end. He thought it was it.
Halfway. Here's some water. You're halfway.
You know what you thought of? Okay,
I'm gonna do what I got to do. I'm gonna get on my face before the Lord. I pray that he shows mercy and he blesses this country like he has in the past.
Day without him, brother.
All right, welcome back to This Week in Jackson County Schools. If you're just now joining us, we are with Hollywood Elementary School, and they are a K-8 school, and they have 175 students, and about, I think he said 34 or 35 staff members, which is quite a bit considering, they're a smaller school and only an elementary school, but they do a lot of good. So we just got to talking to the principal, Mr. Wilburn, and he's got a lot going on. I don't think he has a moment in his life. So I'm glad I'm not that one. So next to me, we have, this is Miss Breck Reed. Welcome, Miss.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm glad you guys are on. So we have some students with us, and I'll let them introduce themselves in just a minute. But let's talk really quick about what they're here to talk about, and it has a lot to do with you. So you are the sponsor of the math team. You guys have a math team.
For 6th grade, yes, ma'am.
Right, and so it's a competitive math team. You go out and compete with other schools in the district?
Yes.
Is there a statewide competition too?
Not that I'm aware of. We have a math team for 5th through 8th grade, and we compete in April with all the other schools in Jackson County. And last year they did really well. This is my first year teaching math, so this kind of fell in my lap this year, and so we're really excited about it. And we hope that, I think they placed 3rd overall, so we're going for 1st place this year.
Oh, good.
Yes.
All right. And so first of all, how long have you been teaching, and what do you teach?
This is my 5th year at Hollywood. I was an aide for 3 years, and this is my 2nd year teaching. I teach 6th grade math, English, science, and history, and then I teach 7th grade civics and geography and 8th grade world history.
Which one's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
History.
History.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good. And did you teach before you came? Or I know you were an aide, but did you do anything in education before?
No, I'm actually a 4th generation educator.
Oh, really?
So I guess you could say it's in my blood. So I grew up around education, and it was just kind of an obvious that that's what I wanted to do.
What you wanted to do?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. Okay, so let's introduce, some of these are your math people, and some of them do some other really good things too.
Mm-hmm. We have Allegan. He's in 8th grade, and he's also, I'm also the sponsor of the Beta Club, and he's my Beta Club president.
Okay, tell us what Beta Club does. Hold on, let me ask, Allegan, do you know what it does?
We, help people with we ring bells and help the food drive, stuff like that, community service.
So you just help the community out and whatever they need? Okay, and what do you have to do as president? Do you have to do something extra?
Make sure that everybody's here, stuff like
Conduct
that.
meetings.
And
meetings.
And you can try to get the message out, like when you're having a meeting, and let everybody know. What grade are you in?
8th.
And what's your favorite subject?
Math.
Math? Wow. Okay. What's your name?
Judea.
Okay. What's your favorite subject?
Math.
Oh, wow. Math. Okay. I don't think I get that very often. And what grade are you in?
7th.
Yeah? So what do you do?
Play basketball.
I like to play basketball, and I love my math.
Are you in the math team too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. But you also are here to talk about one of your favorite subjects.
Art.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Are you a good drawer?
Kinda.
I know. Is drawer even a legal word? I don't know, but artist. Sorry, drawer. So, did you bring anything to show?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. So, what's your favorite thing to draw? Is it like people or buildings or nature or what?
Probably
Animals?
nature.
Nature. Okay, that's good because I cannot draw. I cannot even draw a stick figure. It's pretty bad. So, what do you want to do when you grow up? Do you have any idea yet?
I don't have an idea yet.
You don't have an idea? What about you?
Be a basketball player.
Yeah? What team?
It don't matter.
It don't matter? Okay. All right. What's your name?
McCaden.
Okay. This is McCaden. What grade are you in?
6th.
She's in 6th. And what's your favorite subject?
Math.
Math. Okay. And you're also on the math team.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on the basketball team, I understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because your dad is?
The coach.
He's the coach and the principal and the minister and all those other things that he does. So, do you like your dad being the coach? I mean, the principal? Or is it sometimes kind of like you're never going to get away with anything?
We get treated just like every other kid.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. No special treatment?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Did you get worse treatment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've heard that a lot of times because, you don't want to get it easy and nobody lets you have it easy because they expect more from you. You think that's true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you like basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Do you want to play basketball one day in college or whatever?
Yes, ma'am.
You think so? Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up? Don't know yet? You're all still a little young for that. That's good. All right. So, now, again, you're going to talk about your robotics team, too. So, tell us what a robotics team does.
We get up in groups as students, and then we have our own little laptop, and then we have a little book that tells us what we need to do and stuff.
So you build them from the book or whatever? It's like a kit, and all the parts come with it, and you build it?
You got to type a little program, and then you have a little box with all your stuff in, and you have a little board. You got to try to figure out how to make it where if you're doing a light switch, try to make the program match the board so you can make the light come on any other time.
So what kind of robots do you have? Are they different? Do they do different things?
Yeah, sometimes we work on lights, or we have on the stove. You have do you know how you had the numbers on there? How it changes. We work on that, try to make it change to letters and numbers and stuff like that.
That's cool. So none of them are like little bugs that run across the floor. That's good because somebody would probably squish them and yell. What do you think? Yeah, they would die quickly around my school. All right. And so we are. Do you have other clubs besides the Beta Club? We didn't really talk about it, but I was just curious. All I was thinking about it.
Not that.
Do you have Key Club?
We don't. No.
Okay.
We don't have any type of musical or anything like that.
Okay. But you're the math team sponsor for 6th grade. So
Yes,
what do
ma'am.
you do to prepare the kids? Do you meet during school or do you meet after school or what?
We meet during school. We work some during class and then some after class or between classes. And we've determined our math team, who our students that are on there, and we actually just really started preparing today. So it's kind of touch and go, get it in when we can. But
it makes it hard.
It does. It does.
Do you have time during the day where you can do it before school or after school?
We usually do it during school.
It's during school?
Yes.
Okay. And how many kids are on the team?
I have 8 on my team, and then they have 4 that they all take the written test, and then they have 4 that do ciphering.
What is ciphering?
That is where you have 4 students up there, and they'll ask them a group of questions, and they have to buzz in and answer
together,
or individually.
Or is it like they click it and then they have time to work on it?
Well, they're timed. They have a time that they have to do it. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. Which one of you have done that? Really? Do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you like the other kind better?
You like the written or the ciphering?
I like ciphering.
Ciphering.
Why?
They're all so competitive.
Is it just because you're competitive? Mm-hmm. Well, your dad's competitive, so that's probably in your genes, right? Do you feel like that's in your genes?
Yes.
Are you competitive with your sister?
Yes.
Yeah, who always wins?
Mostly her.
Have you always felt competitive?
Mm-hmm.
At what? Math or everything or just?
Everything.
Really? What about you?
Everything.
Same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And so, how many are in the team altogether, like in the math? Because what grade levels? There's 6th, 7th, and 8th?
5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Okay, so how many?
You can either have like 7 or 8. We usually take a extra one just in case if somebody gets sick or something. So you have an alternate just to throw in there.
So when's the big final? Like
it's in April.
April?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure the date yet.
So you have plenty of time.
Yes, ma'am.
To study. That's a lot, though.
It is.
I mean, because to get that many ready.
It is.
So does each grade, like there's a 5th grade sponsor and then you're the 6th?
And then 7th and 8th together. Mr.
they are
Grom
together?
teaches 7th and 8th, yes.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of kids. So what is your what is your favorite thing about the actual math competition?
Well, when I was in elementary, I was in the math competition and just, or on the math team, and just kind of see the similarities and differences, but just to see how, the kids improve and how competitive they are, and they're competitive against each other. So not as just a team, but each other to see if they can do better than one another. And it's just kind of fun to see it day in and day out.
Do you see like that soft side though, even though they're competitive? Do you ever see that soft side?
Occasionally, yes.
Like, oh, let me help them.
Yes.
So, well, guys, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. Do you want to talk any more about your art?
No.
No? Are you sure? Do you have something out there that we can, during the break, show?
I don't think so.
No? Do you have a picture on your phone? Do you have a phone?
Yes.
Do you have a picture on your phone?
No.
Okay. Because you could email it to us and we could put it up on the screen for the whole world to see.
We could do that.
So if you have one, we could show it to everyone. Okay? Okay. And are you good? Do you have anything else you want to talk about? What about you? No? All right. Well, thanks for coming on, you guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right. We're going to come right back and then we're going to talk to some other very special people. We'll be right back.
Get that next new to you car, truck, or SUV from Rayburn Cloud at Cloud Auto Sales. Alabama Highway 71 in Higdon. Right now, get an 08 Nissan Rogue SL Sharp crossover for only $6,995. How about a 2000 GMC Sierra 1500 V6 with AC? It's a 4x4, only $3,995. Or an 06 Ford F-150 4x4 crew cab with all the buttons, only $12,995. Cloud Auto Sales, Alabama Highway 71 in Higdon, 597-3273 on Facebook at Cloud Auto Sales. Dobbins Supermarket, serving the community for over 70 years with fresh cut meats and a full line of grocery items. Dobbins Supermarket, Highway 71 in Higdon.
This week at Dobbins, find fresh pork tenderloin roast, $2.19 a pound. Bar S hot dogs, 99 cents a pound. Boneless chicken thighs, just $1.99 a pound. Little Debbie snack cakes, 4 for $5. 10-pound box of breaded chicken fingers, only $16.99. And Hormel Black Label bacon, 2-pound pack, just $7. This week at Dobbins Supermarket.
Yeah, that was the one, right?
Hey, John, did you eat half of my bagel?
Speaking of half, if you switch to H&R Block this year, you'll pay half what you paid the other guy last year.
So you did.
Smoke screen!
You're a fake wizard, John. This is a movie set.
Switch to Block and pay half of what you paid your other guy.
Half price is a better price. Get your taxes won.
The Dade County school system continues to put the safety of students first. That's why the Love the Bus Elementary campaign rolls on. Love the Bus is designed to teach students the importance of safety, respect, and proper bus etiquette. As we continue to enhance efforts of safety for our students, we'd like to have you as part of our team. If you're considering a career as a bus driver, call the Dade County Schools Transportation Department at 706-657-7053 today. Part-time hours with full-time benefits as a bus driver for the Dade County school system.
The end of 2017 means the start of something new. So start your year with us. Hi, it's LeBron Clark at Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. During the Start Something New event, buy a brand new 2017 Ram 1500 4x4 Bighorn with $15,000 in total savings. Or drive a new 2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude, just $18,888. Shop Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ringgold. Located just 10 minutes from Dalton or Chattanooga, we're number one for a reason.
Right, welcome back. We're at This Week's in Jackson County Schools, and we have Hollywood Elementary School here today. They are a pre-K through 8th grade school, so they do all the way up to middle school. And they have about 175 students. We spoke to the principal, if you're just now joining us, Mr. Wilborn, and he is crazy competitive, we've learned. And I think more than competitive, he has absolutely no life. Would you guys agree with that, except for what he does? I don't think I've ever met anybody busier. So I'm sure Valentine's is coming up. He will find time for his wife on Valentine's Day. Yes, I'm just, helping you out there. Okay, anyways, and next to me, we just got to talking to Miss Breck about, you had the kids out here, and we were talking about the math club and stuff, but you also are going to talk about a little more about some stuff you're helping Miss Tollison with. And this is Miss Tollison. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
So, all right. So, Miss Tollison, you are the counselor. You're part-time counselor,
Yes.
right? And then you also are the 7th and 8th grade ELA teacher, English teacher?
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot, too. You guys do a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have a lot of jobs. Okay, so I'm guessing your degree is in English?
I have a degree in English. I have a master's in language arts, a master's in library media, a master's in counseling, and then add-ons in elementary and middle school.
So you have 3 masters?
Yes. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Gosh, no. You wanted to be a professional student. I'm guessing. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. And then, and it's really odd that if you went to school for those, that you actually found a job where you could do both of them. That does probably make it pretty cool, I would assume, since you like them both. All right, so let's talk about your, what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Sorry. Counseling.
Counseling? So, okay. So then we have the advocacy program that we're going to talk about in a minute. But before we talk about that, you're also doing a spelling bee. You're in charge of the spelling bee.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, is it the whole school?
It's grades 4 through 8. Judea is that you just spoke to is the returning champion. Our district bee that we have with Scottsboro City will be on January the 30th. We have our school bee a week from Friday, so we're excited about that.
How many
words? I'm not sure.
Okay.
We go by the Scripps National Spelling Bee list. So, however many.
How many are normally on it? I mean, I don't even know. Is it like 50 words they normally have to?
It just depends on how long they go. We usually have about 6 or 8 rounds.
Okay. Too bad I didn't know he was.
Judea.
Oh, it's Judea. Too bad I didn't know, because then I could have asked her a really hard.
She could get it.
A hard question. Yeah. Okay, and so then what do they do after the I guess the local or whatever you call the school?
The Jackson County Schools in Scottsboro City have the district B, and the one that wins that goes to state, and then they could actually go on to national and world if they won that.
Have you ever had one?
No, unfortunately.
No? How many years have you been doing the spelling bee?
The spelling bee, 6 years.
How many years have you been teaching?
I got my first degree in 1994, but I've only been back teaching this time for 18 years.
Oh, only 18 years. Yeah, she said that, 18 years. So that's more than I've been teaching, period. So that's good. Okay, so and then you have a good counseling program?
Yes.
So what's that do?
We see all kids K through 8.
Okay.
At least try to once a week, but it's not always once a week.
Do you do it as a group or individual?
We have group and individual.
Okay.
And then sometimes small group. And we work on basic counseling. We have behavioral, social, career, just basic K through 8, getting them ready, preventative maintenance for high school, getting them ready for high school.
I would guess it would depend on what grade level. The 8th grade would be more like getting you ready for what's going to show up in high school, but 6th grade's probably a big adjustment too, coming into middle school.
In 6th grade, we start looking at transition, and we also start looking at what they're going to, start looking at their career, looking at their goals. We start a program called Cooter, and we actually start putting their classes in, looking at taking interest inventories and things like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. And then you have an advocacy program. So
we do.
So explain to the people who don't know what an advocacy program is.
Several years ago, when they started looking at our county's needs, they found that a lot of students didn't have a friend in school. They didn't feel like they were important to another adult. So they decided to create an advocacy program so that students felt like someone knew them and they knew their name. So once a month or bi-monthly, they go to their advocate. Sometimes it's a different teacher. Sometimes it might be an aide, coaches. Just they have to be like kindergarten may go to the 1st grade to help with transitioning.
Okay.
And we do activities like giving back, teamwork, working on transitioning. Last month they wrote letters to hospice workers and hospice.
Oh, that's neat.
People on hospice, working on citizenship, being good citizens. Giving back, they also did a food drive for the Beta Club around Christmas time, and they had an Alabama-Auburn competition. Did that Alabama team win?
I think they did. Roll Tide.
Boigle.
I suppose y'all are Alabama fans.
No, War Eagle.
Oh, War Eagle. That's what my principal is War Eagle. But I mean, where do you get the money funded for the advocacy program?
We beg.
Okay, beg. So she's begging.
And we do things that don't cost a lot of money. For example, one of the teamwork activities was a team building activity of each grade level wore a different color shirt, and they spelled out HES on the playground, took a picture.
That's cool.
It's just mainly knowing someone in the school cares about them. Someone knows their name instead of.
So do they all stay on the same grade level, just different teachers, or?
They do this year. We tried before where there were a mixture of grade levels, but it's easier if they're all with their peers usually. So they see a different teacher.
But
or adult.
Okay, so because I mean, if you had like the 8th graders, do they stay with an 8th grader?
Like they'll go usually to a different, some of the 8th graders go to the 1st grade teacher, but they stay with their 8th grade.
So they stay with their 8th grade. So it's not the same teacher that they're with all the time.
Right.
Okay.
And the kindergarten, they go to the 1st grade teacher, so they'll kind of get to know her a little bit better.
Now, I didn't ask the principal or anything, but is your building, how's your building separated? Is middle school separated from elementary school?
You can walk in the front door and you can look to the left and see all of the K-4 classrooms. You can look to the right and see all of the 5-8 classrooms, and the gym's right in front of you.
Okay, so 5-8 are on basically all together.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then lunch, do they go together or they go separate?
We have a lunch period of about a couple of hours, and they go in at different times, but the 5th or 8th are in there together.
Okay. So what did you do for her advocacy program exactly? What did the Beta Club end up having to do?
So we worked with the advocacy program to help with a food drive, and what that food drive did was help to donate food to our Backpack Buddies, which is given to kids that need extra food on the weekend at our school, which I think Miss Kendall's going to touch on. But my Beta Club kids, they tallied. It was an Alabama-Auburn food drive, so they would tally what the kids brought in each day and kept a tally of that, and that went on for the month of November.
So what did they win?
Bragging rights.
Just bragging rights? Okay, and it was Alabama against...
It was Alabama-Auburn, yes ma'am.
So no Georgia?
No Georgia. I think it was 200 and something to 60 something Alabama winning.
But you're not certain of that.
So, but anyway, we ended up with over 300 items to donate to our Backpack Buddies.
Wow, so now how did you get the right... Because usually when we have a food drive, we don't always get... Like if we have a Thanksgiving one, it's usually not Thanksgiving stuff like we're originally hoping. How did you get what you needed for the backpacks?
Well, Miss Kendall just kind of gave us a list of what was ideal for the Backpack Buddies, and we sent a note home, to moms, dads, this is what we need, and if you're able to send stuff to the school. And our kids get really excited about it. They like helping each other out. They like giving back to the community. So it was a real friendly competition, but at the same time, it was for a good cause.
So what did the kids have to do? Write a letter to get? How'd you get the word out? Did the kids have to get the word out?
We just sent a general one through kindergarten through 8th grade and sent it home and with the children to give to their parents.
That's good. That was probably pretty helpful that they did.
It was.
So, all right, what else do we need to talk about, ladies? You have food for thought. I know you have food for thought.
We have food for thought. That's where local volunteers come in for 6 to 8 weeks in the fall and 6 to 8 weeks in the spring. They come in, we have playtime, snack time, help them with homework, or just be their buddy, or just whatever they may need, and then send them home with a snack pack of food.
Well, that's nice.
So they enjoy it. And then we have a big celebration at the end.
Is that every student does that?
No, we usually try to pick about 15. So they sign up, and we just sort of pick from them.
Okay. And is that during the school day or after school?
It's after school for about an hour.
So it has to be somebody whose parents can come and get them?
Right.
Okay. Well, that's really nice. Does that help? Have you seen a difference?
I think it helps some to have that spirit of camaraderie.
It's almost like a big brothers, big sisters kind of thing.
Doesn't necessarily you can't sit on the report card, but it might make them have a feel good.
Feel good? Does make a big difference. Well, ladies, we're going to take a break, but thank you for coming on.
Okay. Thank you.
I appreciate it so much. All right, we'll be right back.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net. Delivering top-quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services.
At First Southern State Bank, putting you first is our priority. First with convenience, with branches in 6 great communities: Fort Payne, Rainsville, Scottsboro, Higdon, and our Stevenson office now recently enlarged and remodeled. First with our friendly, experienced staff, always helpful and ready to serve. And first with our mobile on-the-go banking. Our mobile app is fantastic, user-friendly, secure, and free. So whether it's online or in person, you are our first priority at First Southern State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable, traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
Looking for a great way to change your look? You'll find the friendly professionals at A Classy Cut Salon ready to care for you. A Classy Cut Salon is in the Grove Shopping Center next to the Dollar General. We serve men and women of all ages at A Classy Cut Salon. Call 657-5607. That's 657-5607 for an appointment, or just walk right in for your next classy cut from A Classy Cut Salon in the Grove Shopping Center, Highway 11 North in Trenton.
All right, welcome back to This Week in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone, and with me we have Miss Blanca and Miss Kendall, and they are here from Hollywood Elementary School, and they're actually specialists in their areas. One is a speech therapist. Is that what you call yourself, or pathologist? Okay.
Yes.
And you do all of the schools. All 18 or 19 schools in the district.
No, I do 4 out of the county schools. Yes.
Okay, and then you do. We were talking about you were naming them off, and there's like 7 of them.
Yes.
Plus, you do teaching 4 days a week.
Hollywood is my base school.
And her too.
And hers, yes, and her as well. We actually have a lot of the same schools. We share a lot of the same students as well. But I do go and travel the whole county of Jackson County with any child that receives special education services from an early childhood teacher.
Okay, so let's talk about what you guys specialize in. Tell me about where your education background is and how long you've been teaching, were either of you teaching before you became specialists in your area? Well, you teach already too.
Yes.
But
I was not. I went to Auburn after I graduated high school, and I got my bachelor's in communication disorders. And then after that, I went to Alabama A&M in Huntsville and got my master's in communication disorders. And then I worked some while I went to get my master's degree, and I've been in the county for 5 years.
So a while you've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And what about you?
And with me, I started as an aide and loved it. I kind of have a personality that tends to take over a lot, so I decided that, hey, I need to go back and do this and be my own teacher.
So you're competitive
and he's
too?
agreeing over there. I see that.
Competitive too? He's back there. The principal's back there going, yes.
Well, not really, but I did, I started out as an aide, and, they're very important people in our school structure, and, there are lots of days I couldn't do my job if I didn't have, a good aide with me. But I did start as an aide, went back after a couple of years of doing that, and got my bachelor's degree in special education, K through 6. And I have since then got my master's in school counseling, and I'm also have an EDS in school counseling as well. So I do a lot of counseling, but I do a lot of counseling, as well, with my teaching that I do too.
Okay, so tell everybody what your program is. You called it I just want to make sure I got it straight. It's an MD unit.
Well, it is a preschool for special needs students, and it's multiple disabilities. I have a lot of children with all types of disabilities. Autism seems to be, the biggest thing that I have. Have a lot of students that come to me from early intervention, and they come to me when they're 3 years old. By the time they're 3, they are placed within Jackson County School System with an individualized education program, and most come to me, and if not, then others, I see them in other schools or in a daycare setting, wherever they may be attending, their preschool, wherever that might be.
Wherever it is.
So I actually go to a home daycare in Pisgah and see a student there. So, it just depends on where that student is. But they come to me from early intervention at 3 years old, and I start with that, and then they stay with me for a couple of years.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot, but it's very rewarding.
How many total kids do you?
Right now, I want to say I have about 16. I have 9 that come to me at Hollywood School. I do the preschool center 4 days a week, and I also have children that come in as typical peers, just your general. Anybody can come, if they don't get into a program in our schools that we have. I think we have like 5 or 6 pre-Ks in school now. And if they're not able to get into that pre-K, then I welcome them to come to my classroom. And I have quite a few that come to my classroom. So I have...
That's cool.
Yep, it is very cool.
It probably really helps your students.
It does. It does.
With MD, because in that way
that's just like right. Then the kids that that are here today that we brought with us, they come into my classroom as well, and I will have them play this game with this child. Just teaching them social skills, how to deal them as well, to deal with the younger children, not just the younger children dealing with someone else, but coloring. I may sit them down, even sitting and watching maybe that child's favorite show, because being in that child's circle is huge too, for that child to learn that it's okay. So I use them, and it's very rewarding, to see the
that's
kids
a
do
big
that.
deal anywhere in life too, because you're dealing with multiple personalities and everyone in jobs. So that's just part of learning how to deal with different people in the walks of life we live in.
It's very true.
So I think that's really good. Okay, and so you do the speech.
Yes, I service the children that are in Woodville, Skyline, Paint Rock, and Hollywood.
Okay.
I service them for speech and language therapy. I service a lot of the children in Miss Blanca's classroom, as well as in the separate multiple disabilities unit that they have for kids who are ages 6 to 21. And I just travel throughout the week. I don't have to go to every school every day or anything like that, just as long as I hit them through the week and I get their time in.
Right.
But we work a lot together, especially in her classroom, fostering language and being sure that they're learning new vocabulary, because a lot of them come and they're not talking.
Nonverbal.
Yeah, they're
students.
nonverbal.
You have a lot of nonverbal.
I do have actually a lot of nonverbal, and
are they verbal at home? Are they like a selective nonverbal, or are they just really nonverbal?
Just they come to me as babies, having just got the diagnosis of, we'll say, autism, at the age of 2, and then they start with early intervention, and being thrown into a classroom with other children, that's kind of that's big for them. So they come to me as babies, but I have been able to witness like a lot of my students, if they don't actually have, the opportunity to speak, they do have a way to speak. We offer programs like through programs that, I kind of, I don't know, can I say that? Picture exchange kind of programs to where they use pictures, to be able to communicate, to let me know what they want. It helps them at home, even teaching those children how to appropriately, do a simple task, but teaching them through, maybe pictures, a schedule, getting them to where they can even interact with their parents at home, because I think that's a lot of the issues.
I would assume
as well.
you have to work a lot with the parents too to teach them what you're
Very
teaching
much,
them.
yes.
Because if they don't know what you've taught them, then when they get
Right.
home, they don't know.
Right. Yeah, but the communication devices are fairly new. I think we had one student that we shared last year that got a new communication tool, and it was probably one of the best things that I have ever been able to work with.
It's actually called a Dynavox. It's just a tablet that has a program on it that the student can use. There's symbols on it with buttons, and they speak in words. Pictures. They speak in words or phrases or sentences or things like that.
But the base for that is that child needs to know that this picture represents this item that I want. So I'm building that base for them, and with Miss Kendall's help a lot. There's a lot of times, when I would say, I don't know what to do, help me figure something out. And, she's always really good. Of course, it's really good because we really have a good team, and I know I get excited about it, but we really do have a good team. Our occupational therapist is awesome. She has been a great resource for all of us, So, but with Miss Kendall and I, we've got a close relationship. We work really good together, and we've had some doozies of some times, but we've managed to make breakthroughs. And
So how many other teachers are there? You just do one grade level, but how many other do the other grade levels? Is there one for each grade level?
Yeah, well, pre-K is myself, and then we have one kindergarten class, and then we have one first grade, one throughout all of them actually.
So just one for each grade
But our
level.
school was really considered small, but we do service children with special needs when they're 3 all the way up to 21 years of age. So that's what we do, because
as long as they have an IEP.
As long as they have an IEP, yes, because we service children with IEPs there at Hollywood. It is also, we have our MD unit, which is our multiple disabilities unit, and that is a kindergarten through the age of 21.
And they're
for children.
at Hollywood?
They're at Hollywood. They
I'm
are.
guessing in a separate section.
Yes. They're in a separate wing of the building, and it's any child in the Jackson County area that has multiple disabilities that can't. They don't get what they need in a general education classroom. They need to be separate. They need to work on different things like life skills and things like that.
Now, do they all go to one class, or are they separate classes?
They go to one class, but they work on separate things.
Different levels.
There's probably a 3 to 1 ratio in there with adults to kids. So
it is.
Cool. So now we're going to talk about Backpack Buddies really quick.
Yes. We started Backpack Buddies at Hollywood last year, and it's been super fun. We really enjoy doing it. And what Backpack Buddies is it's a weekend food program that we pack bags. My parents and I actually pack bags on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We hand out the bags on Fridays to the children whose parents have requested that they have a need to receive a weekend food program, or a weekend some snacks or things that they can eat. Because what we really fear is, like, a lot of our kids, they're only getting the meals that we serve them at school, and so we don't want them to go hungry through the weekend when they're not getting those schools. And our school is actually one of the few that received a grant to have all free breakfast and lunch. So every student in our school gets free breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
So 34 of our students actually at Hollywood receive a Backpack Buddy, and so that's 20% of our school. And you wouldn't really think that would be a whole lot, but it is when you think about kids not getting to eat over the weekend.
Man, I mean, you're right. Some of them probably that's all they get to eat is whatever's
And
in
the
that
foods,
backpack.
the foods are foods that they can fix themselves.
Yeah, they can easily
They can
prepare.
easily put in the
Microwave.
microwave.
Yes.
Pop-Tart,
Yeah.
cereal,
Pop-Tart,
oatmeal,
cereal, and
fruits,
fruit cups,
pudding,
things like that.
peanut butter crackers.
Just anything that's easy because we think that a lot of these children are probably fixing it themselves because their parents may be at work, they may be out, things like that. So it's anything that they can easily fix. And
raviolis.
Ravioli.
That's a big
Macaroni
thing.
and cheese seems to be the favorite with our kids. But we get a lot of donations at the beginning of the year, and then here, close to Christmas and close to the end, we start to slack off. But we take monetary donations, food donations, and people don't realize sometimes we run out of bags, so we get bag donations too that we really appreciate, and we really appreciate all our donors.
So anyone who's listening, donations are always welcome.
Yes,
always needed.
Always
And if you're a
welcome.
business, you can write it off. So there's
Yes,
no
we will give
reason
you
why you can't
A receipt,
donate.
tax friendly.
That makes it easy. So there's no reason why we can't get the community behind you.
And
I
our
mean,
town,
technically, you're doing it for the community too.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it's a
We are.
big community.
It's a big need in our community, and Hollywood it's very unique because it's such a small town, and there's not very many businesses, and there's not very many churches, and sometimes it gets overlooked because somebody will say, "Well, I donated to Backpack Buddies
to maybe the city school system," and you're like, "Yeah, but we're Hollywood right here."
And each program, each Backpack Buddy program at each of the schools that have them are independent. So like just because you donated to Backpack Buddies, you may have donated to that certain school and not the whole Jackson County or just Hollywood.
Do you guys have any in your area like businesses, like industrial businesses?
In Hollywood?
Yeah.
We have
a local.
We have a local gas station. We have
And they're good.
Yeah, they're good about doing things for us. There's
Throughout
a little
the year.
Yeah. There's a restaurant there, but our biggest donation actually comes from a business in Scottsboro, and it's Western Sizzlin. They actually have, they pledge to do a monthly donation, and we really appreciate that
very much
so. But this time of year we really kind of run low and stuff, so we're always out
Money's
there.
good too. It doesn't
Money
have to
is
be
great,
food.
no.
Money's great because you guys can go out and buy it all yourself.
Yes, and Walmart's been great about letting us call ahead and saying, "Hey, we need this, this, and this," and they'll have it ready so we don't have to walk around with 14 shopping carts. And people are like, "Why do you have all that ramen noodles?"
That's good. All right. Well, it sounds like you guys worked well together.
We do.
We do. Our whole school does. I mean, it is a small school, and I think everybody really gets along, and I think that helps.
Right.
I know, like even in like the other grade levels, the teachers will call me and they'll call Kendall, if anything comes up or with a student, that may not have an IEP, and they say, "Hey, this is going on. What's your suggestions?" And, everybody is just very open to helping each other.
Yeah.
Well, I think
making
that's
it better.
really what life's about, period.
Yes, it is.
And I know that people will say this, but I really feel like at Hollywood we're a family. Like we all look out for each other. We all have each other's backs. I mean, I really do. I know that's super cliche, but I really feel like
it's
it
true.
is. I feel like it's a
Well,
family.
yeah, it is cliche. Every school I've ever worked at said the same thing, but
we mean it.
But we mean it.
They mean it. And they're competitive too.
We are very
That's
competitive.
thanks
Not
to the
as
principal.
competitive as the principal.
No, is he competitive?
Very much so.
Is he as bad as he says?
It's a good thing, though.
It is. It's a good thing, but there's a true story. Back when he was coaching 7th and 8th grade basketball, we would play against him, and he would run the scores up, and I would get so mad, and I would get angry with him, and he's laughing. But you know what?
He's got a big grin on his face.
Yes, he
right now,
does.
back in the audience
But
area.
honestly, he is probably one of the best principals we've ever worked for.
Really?
Mm.
That's really
Anything that we need, he is, right there. He's good.
He's been really good for our school, making improvements
Yes.
around it too.
Yes.
Which he won't say because he's very humble about
he's
it.
very
Were
humble.
you in sports when you were in school?
No.
Were you in sports?
I was on dance line. If you want to call that sport, we won't. Yeah, I
Dance line?
danced. Yeah.
Did you do it in college?
I did not.
No.
I didn't want to do it in college. I was done with it when I.
You
left
wanted
high
to stay
school.
focused?
Mm-hmm. I did.
On your school?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, ladies, for coming on. I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank
it sounds like
you.
it's a really great program.
It is.
Sounds like it's a really
Our
great
host,
program.
yes, everything is great.
All right. Don't let him be too competitive, though, okay?
It's in his
Make sure he
nature.
takes his wife out on Valentine's Day. So
He's
he can make time.
reminded.
Oh,
He is
will.
reminded.
Yeah.
Yes.
He works with a bunch of women, so we'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
sure
He's
to
over
remind
there
him.
showing us his Alabama.
Roll Tide. That's right.
Roll Tide. Too bad I forgot that I was interviewing Alabama. I could have worn my Georgia stuff.
Well, we're not.
You could have.
We're not all
You know, I'm
Alabama.
not even from here, so I'm from Colorado.
I love Colorado.
And we don't even have SEC. So in Colorado, when I'd grow up, you don't hear about college teams. I mean,
Right.
nothing. Literally nothing. We're Broncos. That's all we are. We're Broncos. And I come here, and the first time I'm in the store, literally one of the first days I'm at the store at Walmart, all I see is, oh my gosh, where's all the Tennessee Titans stuff? Where's all, Nope, it's all about college.
Mhm.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back here next week.